Had my first ever EV experience recently for the story that I'm working on, where I had a rented Tesla Model 3, which was awesome. I loved it. But I wanted to ask about something that happened, which was I live in Maine, and I picked up the vehicle. It was like around 94% charged, so it was like supercharged because he knew I was taking a long trip the next day. And when I woke up in the morning, it had been maybe in the 20s overnight, so quite chilly. It had lost nearly 10% of the battery, I would say. Is that, I mean, I'm just curious for those who are experienced, is that pretty standard to expect? Like it had been maybe 10 hours, 12 hours. Is that normal?
I'm gonna let Rod answer that question.
I would say that it depends on a lot of circumstances. There are certain features in Tesla that consume a lot of power. So there's one called Sentry Mode, for instance, which is a security system. And if you leave Sentry Mode on and the car is not plugged in any place, then it will lose some charge. I've forgotten the exact amount. It wouldn't account for, I think, the 10% loss you saw overnight, but it could be a good chunk of it. And then there are also modes that deal with heating or cooling. So if it's very hot out and you have cabin overheat protection on, then it'll run the air conditioner to cool down the cabin. That can consume power. And there are a bunch of things like this. And if you own a Tesla and you're seeing that sort of thing happen, then I would say go to a Tesla forum and ask about it, or read the manual. And there'll be all sorts of information about what options consume power and what options don't. And you have to make the decision about what to enable and what to disable. And cold weather could affect that too. If it's very, very cold outside, then the car might wake up and say, oh, it's too cold, I need to heat up the battery or something like that.